Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jimmy. This is my first video for the vinyl community. I have an Instagram that I post a lot of my vinyl stuff and music related stuff. It's called Ave and Ash Love Vinyl. My grandsons are named Avery and Asher, and they love to come into my music room and look at records, and I let them clean records that a 5 and a 3-year-old could clean, like ones that are ready to be thrown away anyway because they're just scratched up from been given to me or whatever. So they think they're doing something cool. So anyway, they're helping pop out here. So anyway, this is not my music room. I'm a therapist. That's what I do for a living. So I see clients in this room. This is in my office in a town away from where I live. I hope to do the rest of my videos mostly from my music room at home. So I can show you different things. I have the stereo stuff. I have turntables and 8-track players and receivers and speakers and all the vinyl and cassette CDs, 8-tracks I have and stuff. But anyway, so for my first video, and by the way, I'm not a music snob. Like, I don't care what you like. I don't care what kind of music you like, man. If you dig it and you love music and you love a particular record, awesome. I think it's awesome. I like what I like. I like all kinds of music. I'll tell you what's cool about this community is I have bought so many records based on watching videos like this and seeing something somebody likes, and I give it a listen, like on Spotify or Apple Music, and I go out and buy it. So maybe I can do that for you guys. That's the cool thing about these videos in the vinyl communities. You can learn a lot about different bands, different artists and stuff. I started buying records when I was about 12 years old, a long time ago. Went through that phase where CDs came in, got rid of them all, which I wish I'd never done, and started buying again about 6 years ago. And kind of went crazy buying them again and all, like most of us did. But anyway, what I thought I would do today, I wanted to show you guys 21 records that I'm currently listening to. Doesn't mean I'll listen to them next week or next month or whatever, but just want to share with you some things from my collection that I really like, and you probably have some of them. Probably like a lot of these same ones I do. I'm mostly into rock, hard rock. Some, like for example, I'm going to the Kiss show for the 19th time in Knoxville, Tennessee in a couple weeks. 3 days later, I'm going to the John Denver tribute with the Nashville Symphony. Love John Denver, man. Was introduced to him as a kid, around 10 years old, when Dad brought Rocky Mountain High home for me. But I was also getting into things like Queen and Aerosmith and stuff like that. So I got a lot of eclectic stuff in my collection. So I'm not really a fan of one particular type of music, like all kinds. So. But let's do this, man. Let me show you some records in my collection that I really like, really dig, why, and maybe you have them in yours too. And like I said, let me get to it. I'm not going to say a whole lot about the records because it's going to be a long video if I do. I'll just kind of show you the records here, and we'll go from there, man. The first one, Billy Joel. Love this Live at Yankee Stadium. This is great. Got a good fold out. A lot of stuff on this one. It's a 3-record set. The back is very cool. It's got all the hits on there, plus all the good stuff, Billy Joel. But this is a great sonically sounding record too. So you throw it on, and I like live records that you actually feel like you're there because of the way it's mixed. Some live records don't sound like that, you know. This one does. So anyway, Billy Joel live at Yankee Stadium, June 22nd, 23rd, 1990. Next up, the newest Metallica. I love this record, man. I'll tell you, man, I don't know what it is about this. I like all their stuff, but this one, man, 72 Seasons is just phenomenal. It's just great. I like every song on it. I like to just sit back. Turn the lights off, and let it roll. Great record, man. Next up, older live record that I just loved when I was early high school, man, when this came out, or middle high school, something like that. Ted Nugent, Double Live, Gonzo. Love this record too. And I'm gonna say that after every record. I love this record because I do. But anyway, if you like Ted Nugent, this is a must-have for you. It's very cool. I can still remember a lot of the things he says in between songs and stuff. So love that one. All right, Rat Out of the Cellar. Just great sonically sounding record. Man, you know, Round and Round, whatever. Just so many good songs on this record. And the vinyl sound, this is original vinyl, and it sounds so good, man. It's just sonically a great sounding record. Just good. This is another one of my favorites. Fell in love with this one when I was an 8th grader when this one came out. Ta-da! Some Girls, Rolling Stones. Now this is the remaster, reissue version. I also have the original too, but I think that's just a great record. I'm gonna save this one and tell you about it, man. Talking about the Rolling Stones, I started buying a lot of their live records that they've recently released, and this one to me is one of their best ones. Live in Hyde Park, Sweet Summer Sun. Just, gosh, man, Mick on this record is just so good. His vocal is just spot on every song, and the video that accompanies it is great too. I saw it on TV when it came out. I can't remember if it was Access TV or something that showed it, but very good, man. There's old rest in peace Charlie back here. So anyway, that's a great live record from the Stones. I'll wait on this one as well. This record, you know, when I first heard it, I didn't really care for it, and maybe I was younger, but I found an original master recording of this in like an antique shop or something, and I paid like $6 for this. Steely Dan's Aja. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, I don't like every song on it, but the way it's mixed and it's amazing to listen to. It's just a lot of fun to listen to. But Aja, Steely Dan, some people love this record. I can't say I love it, I like it a lot. So, you know, whatever. All right, my favorite album by this band is this one right here, Toto, Fahrenheit. Joseph Williams, songs like, man, Till the End, Without Your Love, gosh, We Can Make It Tonight, I'll Be Over You, that was a big hit, Leah, so good. I just saw these guys with Journey about 4 months ago, and they were superb, man, they were great. This is a great record too. Toto, Fahrenheit. The first record I showed you was the Billy Joel live record. It's got several live records out, but that one was, they just released it not long ago. But this was Turnstiles. My favorite my favorite 2 Billy Joel songs are on this record: Summer Highland Falls and Miami 2017. I just think that this is really good, man. It's my favorite Billy Joel album. It's not a live record or greatest hits, whatever. So, Billy Joel, Turnstiles. Couldn't wait to find this record on remaster, even though I really believe now that the original sounds better than the remaster. The Captain and Me, Doobie Brothers. Man, this takes me back to elementary school, and it's just going with China Grove and Long Train Running. South City Midnight Ladies on here. Gosh, how good. Ted Templeman produced this. Dark Eyed Cajun Woman. If you get a chance to read Ted Templeman's book, he talks about when he producing this record, producing Van Halen's records, some other ones he did. I just right off the top of my head, I can't think of them. But this record is so good. The mix is really good, but it's an older record, like really old. Okay, moving on. Old John Mayer. You know what? I loved Continuum, and the Sob Rock had been sitting in the record store right near me where I'm at here, and it just sit there, and I never would give it the time of day. And then I heard one song off of it. I don't even know what song that was. I can't remember what song it was now, but I finally just went out and bought it, and I think the first time I put this on the turntable, I think I played it 5 times in its entirety. I just fell in love with this record. It's really, really good. Don Was produced this along with John Mayer. So just sonically good, great songs, and what do you say? John Mayer's stupid good guitar player anyway. When I mentioned earlier about my, I like all kinds of music being eclectic. This kind of speaks to that. Lyle Lovett Pontiac, If I Had a Boat. She's no lady, is that right? It is? She's no lady, she's no life or something like that. Oh my gosh, this is a great record, man. So good, so freaking good. Just to sit back and listen to it's got some upbeat stuff, laid back stuff too, but it's just good, man. Lyle Lovett's voice is killer on this record. Anyway, now this one, I'm a Beatles fan, and I have to admit, I did not become a Beatles fan until about 5 years ago. I know you're thinking you're thinking what's wrong with you, right? Yeah, I asked myself the same question, and now I own all their stuff as much as I can get. Of course, you know what I mean by that. But this record is not a Beatles record; it's a Paul McCartney record. If you get a chance to get this or just listen to it, give it a shot, man. Live at Amoeba. God, man, this is so good. I saw the concert video or whatever, you know. But man, God, listen to this, man. Drive My Car, Only Mama Knows. It's got Hey Jude's on it, Let It Be's on it, Lady Madonna, Get Back, Coming Up, Long and Winding Road, my favorite Beatles song, Back in the USSR. Wow, really good though too. So anyway, Paul McCartney, Amoeba. First time I ever heard Jackson Browne was Riding on an Empty record, and I was at a swimming pool when I was a kid, and the lifeguards were teenagers, and they played Running on Empty, and I really liked it. And this record came out, Hold Out. This is my favorite Jackson Browne record, man. I think he is a superb songwriter, and I love his voice too. But this record, man, is start to back. I can listen to it over and over and over again. So anyway, Jackson Browne, Hold Out. I don't have to say a whole lot about it. It's the best Motley Crue record I think they ever did. It just has that. What I like about this record, if you were into anything like in 82, 83 metal, right? This puts you in there. This actually, when I hear this record, I think about those years. And I think about the early years of like, you know, the Sunset Strip, when everybody was just getting started. And like this record here, the Dio's Holy Diver, I think came out then. Am I right? Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong on that, don't send me any emails or anything, you know, whatever. But some really cool records, metal and hard rock records came out in 82, 83. I have a goal to get the top 50 of both those years, heavy metal and hard rock records. But anyway, I think this is my favorite Motley record. I listened to this more than I listened to anything else they did. I didn't like Theater of Pain at all. I liked a couple songs off of Girls, and I wasn't a real big fan of Dr. Feelgood either, or anything after that. So, but this is the one I will go and listen to, and I just like it. Anyway, shout out the Devil, Motley Crue. I'm a big Rod Stewart fan. I've seen him, I think, 6 times. Just saw him a few months ago. He was pretty good to be his age and all. But this is my favorite Rod record, Out of Order. I think it's just great. Lost in You's on here, Dynamite, a lot of good, cool, really cool stuff. This is an original version of that record too. It's not a remix, but anything. This is a really great record here. Turned a friend of mine on to this record the other night. The live record that they toured with this on is pretty great too. I have one from San Francisco, live from San Francisco. But Mr. Big Lean Into It. Eric Martin is one of my favorite singers of all time. Him and Gary Sharon from Extreme. But this is a super band right here. Paul Gilbert, Billy Sheehan, Pat Torpey stuff. So, but this is the one that had the big hit. What was that? What was that big hit? To Be With You? Yeah. Just Take My Heart. That's on here. Mr. Big Lean Into It. Another great record. One of my favorites. I'm not going to say much about this first record here. Well, not the first record, but you know what I mean by that. Van Halen 1. First time I heard this, listen to this, I was at a church camp. It's when 8-tracks were popular. I was at a church camp. And this girl had an 8-track, had a little portable 8-track tape player. And my friend said, "You got to listen to this, Jimmy." The only song she played was Run with the Devil. Over and over and over. That's the only song she played. She never went to the next one, and she never went to Eruption and go on. She played Run with the Devil over and over and over again. Of course, I went out and got I think probably the vinyl at that point too. Then eventually get the CD and stuff, but yeah, you know what this is, man. Van Halen, first one. I'll just stay with the Van Halen theme. We'll go with 84. It's my second favorite Van Halen record, but I also love Fair Warning. I would probably have to say that Fair Warning actually may be my favorite Van Halen record. But these are records that I've played a lot lately, right? So that's not one of my, this is not my favorite record collection stuff. This is just ones I played a lot. I can't say a whole lot I can't say enough about this. I could do a whole video on this band and this record alone. This is my favorite record of all time. Don't laugh at me. This changed my life. When I first saw this cover and listened to the record, my life changed, man. What I thought I could do with my life, what I thought, I don't know, man. And I hear stories about that a lot, about this record, about this band. Kiss is my favorite band of all time. Like I said, I will be seeing them in a couple of weeks on the End of the Road tour for the 19th time. Man, I just, this record takes me back. Oh my gosh, when I listen to this record, it just takes me to a different place in my life. And the cover does the same. I can sit here and stare at this cover and remember things. You know, that's what music does to us. Anyway, Kiss Alive. Okay, last two. All right, here, check this out. This is a guy that I met, and he's from my area. Ended up with a record deal, ended up becoming a songwriter. But if you ever find this record, it's kind of a country pop thing. I know that, gosh, I was trying to think of somebody that he sounded like, but Free for the Evening, Rick Bowles. Rick Bowles is a North Carolina boy where I'm at. Great pop songs, man. Great country pop songs. If you find it, buy it. I've got like 5 copies of this because you can't find it everywhere, and I don't want it to run out or something. I'll lose all mine. But I've given away several copies of this. But anyway, Rick Bowles, Free for the Evening, fantastic. And finally, being the North Carolina boy, there was a band back in the 80s that played at Myrtle Beach constantly. Everywhere else, they were on Star Search, which was the Ed McMahon show way back in the 80s. They came in second that year in the rock band in the band category. The band was called Sugar Creek. That's down in Charlotte back then, way before it looks now. But man, this record rocks, dude. I'm telling you, all of their records are great. Their original music, great. They played great covers too, but great record, man. If you find it, buy it. Okay, so those are about 20 or 21 of my records in my collection that I'm listening to right now, currently, just spinning. Got lots of other stuff too. Like I said, this was my first video. Instagram is Ash and Ave Love Vinyl. This is going to be my channel, which I do different stuff in, and more than just talking about records. I'm going to do other stuff too, but wanted to put this one out there. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for me, and hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.